Watch me turn a $12 Goodwill nightstand into an Anthropologie dupe. I got a good feeling about this one, so let's get to work. Using my hard tools drill, I removed the original hardware, which left these big holes in the drawer front, so I filled those with wood filler. Low-key, this wood filler be looking tasty. I'm in the business of dupes, so this decorative hardware needs to be removed. I know a lot of you guys like this style, but it doesn't match the inspo, so it's out. I gotta get this baby smooth and prepped before I paint it. Sanding and priming is the most important part. Kinda like how you do your skincare routine before you put your makeup on. Like, you really don't feel like doing it, but if you don't, you'll have a lot of texture and be super oily. So here I'm just spraying 2 coats of primer. I'm adding legs to the nightstand, so I gotta remove this bottom part. All I had to do was unscrew it and it came right off. Okay, now for the fun part. I'm gonna attempt to paint fake wood. I know what you're thinking. Why would this super hot and fit-bodied girl paint fake wood on a wood nightstand? Well, it's covered in veneer and I don't like the way the wood under it looks. So here's a quick tutorial on how to paint fake wood. I'm basically a professional at it now and it's actually super easy. Using a paintbrush, I brushed on a thin layer of gel stain. I'm going for a lighter wood color, but if you want it to be darker, just use more gel stain. Now this wood grain tool that I ordered was a game changer. I just rolled it over the gel stain and it created this wood pattern. I know it's not looking great right now, but please be patient. I lightly brushed over the wood pattern to make it look a bit less harsh, which I think made a big difference. It started to look a little bit more like real wood. I just kept repeating this motion over and over until I liked the way it looked. And it doesn't need to look perfect either. What I would recommend is not doing this in 90-degree weather like I did. In general, gel stain dries pretty quickly, but in the summer heat, it dries even faster. So keep it moving. Honestly, I may have brushed out the wood grain a little bit too much. I would love some honest opinions on this, because when the wood grain is too harsh, then obviously it looks fake. But when you blend it all together with a brush like I'm doing, then it kind of looks streaky. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what looks better, but I feel like this is what works for me. To me, this is the closest I can get to a wood look, so I'm just gonna go with it. So I did the same exact thing to the drawers, brushed on a light coat of stain, rolled on the wood grain tool, and then buffed it out. Again, it doesn't need to look perfect, so I trust you can use your best judgment. Of course, the wood legs that I ordered don't match the gel stain that I'm using, so I stained those too. I know they're real wood, but once I stained them, they honestly matched perfectly. Like, the real wood grain on my legs matches the fake wood grain that's on the nightstand. Now, I know you guys are probably wondering how I'm gonna get that same carved look that's on the drawer fronts of the Anthropologie inspo. I literally traced it onto basswood and then cut it out with a utility knife. And then when I stained it the first time, it looked like crap, so I painted it over and we're painting faux wood on top of real basswood. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but I needed the wood grain to match. And when I stained it the first time, you could tell that the basswood was real wood and it was just not matching my fake wood look. So once again, I'm lightly brushing the gel stain on, then went over with my handy dandy wood grain tool, buffed out some spots, and then we were good to go. Here I'm just using wood glue to glue the basswood to the drawer fronts. We are finally in the final stretch, guys. And I was pleasantly shocked with how good it was looking. I know I do these Anthropologie dupes a lot, but genuinely, when I'm doing a furniture flip, I have no idea how it's gonna turn out. There's a very good chance it could be a flop. A furniture flop. Because just like everyone else, I have no idea what I'm doing. Everything I've learned is from YouTube tutorials, so I'm just praying for the best. Anyway, I let the glue dry overnight, drilled in holes for the new knobs, which, may I say, match the inspiration perfectly. Last step, I sealed the piece with a protective finish. I use polyurethane. I find that it works the best, but if you like something else, do your thing. Now, here's a quick look at the before. Literally, who is she? Because look at the after. Unrecognizable. I know I say this every time, but this actually might be my best flip yet. Follow along for more furniture flips and tips.